Hello everyone! Welcome to our channel. Today we're in Kyoto. Sakura is already in full bloom and everything looks extremely magical. But today we are not here for the sakura, we are here to discover one of Japan's oldest restaurants that started in Sengoku period. Let's go and discover some more. The restaurant Honke-Owariya has been running since the year 1465. It started out as a confectionery shop in the Owari region and later moved to Kyoto in search of more customers. Around the mid-Edo period, Honke-Owariya expanded their business to making soba noodles. At that time, soba noodles were mainly made by Zen monks in Kyoto's temples, but as they could not keep up with the growing demand for soba noodles, the confectionery shops, who had proficient skills in kneading, rolling, and cutting the dough, have started to take soba orders too. Soba has been part of ancient history, but noodles became popular only around Muromachi period. A Zen monk brought them to Kyoto from China, and the popularity of soba noodles grew since then alongside Zen Buddhism. Honke-Owariya had the honor of delivering noodles even to the imperial palace. The restaurant is currently run by Ariko-san, the 16th generation owner, whose aim is to spread the knowledge about soba and its health benefits, as well as its deliciousness. Ariko-san is a professional photographer, and she spent 10 years living abroad. It was only when she went to Iceland and took pictures of the nature that reminded her of the pure nature of Kyoto that she started to consider going back to her roots. She has now been leading Honke-Owariya, trying to honor the family's traditions while adjusting to the ever-changing times. So how would she describe her experience working alongside the previous owners?
It was very short time with my grandpa. It was only a few years before he passed away that I could tell him that I'm gonna take over the restaurant. So it was such a happy, good news for him. He needed to introduce me to all his friends to tell that, Owariya will be okay for next generation.
Nice.
I grown up in this house, and my dad, grandpa is working here, and my mom and grandma is always helping them. And I come home from school and I used to eat dinner with them. So I didn't really learn about business from them, but I learned a lot from growing up with them because I grown up next door. So the restaurant and home is kind of together. My dad always said to me that people who work here, they are like a family. It's important to try something new to keep our business going, but without knowing the history or understanding of tradition, you cannot start like new because it's a completely different meaning.
So what exactly makes soba so great? Soba noodles are made of buckwheat flour and are healthy, refreshing, and light. Soba noodles are rich in essential acids and vitamins that help prevent heart diseases. It can also help you maintain strength and appetite thanks to the vitamin B1. Soba also contains vitamin B2 that is good for skin and vitamin E that is good for anti-aging. So how about trying some recommended food from Honke-Owariya? I decided to go for the most popular meal called hourai. This meal was created by Ariko's grandfather and is the most popular option on the menu. It consists of 5 stacked trays of soba noodles, along with 8 different condiments like shiitake mushrooms, tempura, sesame seeds, wasabi, nori, leeks, daikon, and omelette. To eat this meal, you might want to follow the instructions that come with it. So the first thing you do is take anything you like from here, then put it on top of soba, and then add soy sauce. It is a meal called hourai, and it was made by Ariko-san's grandfather, and she even said that people would line up outside of the store for hours just to get a taste of this. So I'm really excited about trying this. They even gave me a small manual of how to eat it. Okay, itadakimasu. Mmm. Super, super refreshing. Extremely, extremely refreshing. It's a bit sweet and salty kind of combination. This soba is much thinner than the one I'm used to in Tokyo. Each layer tastes different because of the way you combine the condiments and the way you add soy sauce. Each layer is actually a new experience because it's just a different combination every single time. So it's a new experience whenever you finish each plate. Maybe by the time you get to the last plate, you already figure out which combination you like the best, so you can enjoy the last plate with your favorite combination. At the end of the meal, make sure to pour the hot soba water into your cup and mix it with salted cherry blossoms in it. This soba water contains all the good nutrition and it is believed to lower the blood pressure. I'm so full. And what is the key to Honke-Owariya's success? And what are Ariko-san's hopes for the future?
In the base, there is a big respect for each other. And when we think or make decisions about something, we think about, is it gonna affect like good for future? Is it gonna bring a good for us and also good for future and also good for others?
Right?
Yeah. And also, you know, respecting what our, you know, ancestors or, you know, past. So it's not only thinking about me or now, very, you know, big scale.
Yeah.
But it's not only, I'm not the only one. Like it's almost like it's the Kyoto spirit.
Kyoto.
Yeah. So I try not to worry or think too much about, you know, 10 years, 20 years from today. Just be present. But like present moment, every present moment, I'm not thinking about only about us. Like, is this, you know, gonna make good for the earth, good for the people, good for our community, and good for our health, you know? Or if it's a simple question, but if everything is yes, 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 I believe, you know, even, you know, things gonna change, or maybe, you know, I will reach a good place, and yeah.
I am sure you will. You're definitely on the right path. If you ever get a chance to come to Kyoto, make sure to stop by Honke-Owariya and taste famous soba meals that people have been enjoying in Japan for over 500 years.